Yes, I can see myself having a lot of land, millions of cows. As far as your eye can show you, as far as your eye can reach, you're gonna see cows out there, millions and thousands of cows. Because I know the importance of cow protection. Yeah, I'm back on my cow talk. You know, every once in a while I'm gonna come to you and start talking about cows because, like, I see cows as a viable solution for a lot of the pollution. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I love saying this. Cow dung absorbs, blocks, and shields radiation. Radiation is going to become a bigger issue as we move towards 5G. 5G is a technology that nobody knows what it really can do. All we know is that it's, I believe, in the micromillimeter range. Basically, the size of these waves directly affect your atomic structure itself. Like, it can actually knock out atoms out of their orbit. Now, when an atom leaves its orbit, it becomes a free radical. You know, when elements of an atom, the particles just go around and do what they want, it becomes a free radical, which causes cancer and death. So, little things like cow dung, when you see these so-called Hindu people or you see a Hare Krishnas, they're not sentimentalists when they're telling you. Matter of fact, this is cow dung. Gobar. Gobar means gift from cows. You know, the house don't smell like feces. This is what it looks like. Pretty much dried grass. And yeah, it's antiseptic and antibiotic. I ain't gonna eat the stuff, but if you mix it with ghee and you burn it, it produces oxygen, and that's actually an important part of Vedic rituals, is the ghee and the cow dung and other elements like Palo Santo. They be having all that stuff that you use in the Botanica. It be right there in the Vedic rituals as well, but they use more fruit and vegetables, and they don't do any they don't really do any blood sacrifices, not in the branch that I've seen. I'm sure it does exist, but we just offer fruits and other auspicious materials. We need land, people. We need land. Whatever movement anybody is talking about, listen, if you ain't got no land, if you got 4 acres, you could turn 2 acres into solar panels and just sell energy back to the grid. I mean, we can really do this sustainable. And over the years, I've promised a lot of people that a lot of people have expressed interest in the things I want to do. And of course, anytime you're around cows and you're around nature, a spiritual atmosphere is going to naturally produce itself. Because when you have cows, you're moving in a certain energy vibrational pattern called Sattva Guna, the mode of goodness. The mode of goodness is not an absolute platform. It is a material platform, but it is the only mode by which we can actually re-enter into our transcendental platform. So if you want to move to the spiritual mode of life, you got to deal with the mode of goodness. Krishna was a cow protector. That's all he was all about. Like I often say, man worships Krishna, but Krishna worships the cow. So yeah, I do want to get land. I want to employ a lot of people. I want them to have jobs. I believe in profit sharing. So if I have millions of cows and we're getting gold from their urine, guess what? I only want 10% to come back to the house. Whatever 90% of gold you get out of that cow, you keep that for you and your family. You financially empower yourself. I'm not doing this for greed. I'm not doing this to get rich. But I do realize that in order to help this world, I got to be kind of rich. You know, Srila Prabhupada stayed in India a long time, and he was rejected by the Indian people. He was rejected by his god brothers. His spiritual master told him, get on a plane, go overseas, and take this message to the West. Monks are not supposed to cross water. Monks kind of remind me of physical ghosts. A ghost cannot cross the water boundary. So anybody who dies on the sea, until you are liberated from that state, if you become a ghost body, you're going to stay on the sea. You can come as far as the shore. And people who die on the land, you're not going out to the water. You can come as far as the shore. Well, a sannyasi monk is kind of the same way. They're not supposed to cross bodies of water. I don't know why. That's their spiritual system. They maybe will give me an answer and I'll share it in a future video. But he went against the conventional means of the Gaudiya Math tradition and brought this life precious information over here. I'm not, listen, like right now, Prabhupada is on fire on Facebook. Like, you got so many old devotees and old disciples are going in on Prabhupada's teachings and aspects of his personality that was racist. What I come to find out, is that this racist and this prejudice thing is very common amongst human beings. Now it's coming out that Einstein was a racist. So it's like, man, everybody got some ish with him, you know what I mean? But at least Srila Prabhupada came over here under the auspices of the real Isha, or the Ishvara, the soul controller, Ishvara Paramakrishna. And even the lion-headed form of God, they say to Narasimha, they say Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya, victory. Jaya Jaya means victory for you is victory for me. Jaya can also be used to hail someone up. And in the song, they're like, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. When you listen to this, really, the word Hare represents God. Hare, Hare, God. Jaya, victory to Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaga is always changing. Jaga is universe or cosmos. Jagad Isha, the controller of the Jagat. We want to give hail and praise to Narahari Rupa, the one who has Narahari. Narahari, Nara is man, and Hari is God man, but they have it like Narahari Rupa translate to lion-headed God man. Rupa is the form, so he's the one who came in the form of a lion-headed God man. So today in Kali Yuga, though, you know, it's very important to protect cows, like I said, because we're about to get saturated with some 5G technology that no one knows what it's going to do to us, and it's up to us to save our butts. Trump and them ain't thinking about saving you. Your politicians are not thinking about saving you. The government does not care about you. The bankers, the elites do not care about you. If you care about yourself, get on board with people like me who's trying to rock out, who's trying to go back to nature. And listen, I'm keeping it 100. Like, I'm not ready to move up to the mountains and the hills and the forest yet. We can do urban planting right here. We can buy buildings and we can plant vertically. We can grow our own food. We can sustain that without buying fertilizer because we got mad cows. Like, yo, just get the cows, man. The life is with the cow. The life is with the cow. I know I sound fanatic, man, but it's real. And Americans are eating less meat. That's better. That's better. You're going to see people's luck change for the better. But yeah, support my projects, because look at the conscious community. They ain't doing nothing. As much knowledge as these people got, they've been rocking out since Garvey days, and they ain't got nothing. Then there was one dude in the conscious community, Malachi York. He used to take all of our money and promise us land. Oh, I'm buying land and houses for y'all. And y'all should have seen how he had people living. He had upstate New York. I can't speak about Atlanta, but upstate New York, all of us that was turning on money, if you was fortunate enough to get on that land, you was living in a cabin, bro. And he was living in a mansion built with your money. So I don't trust none of these bogus leaders, man. All they want to do is take. Nobody want to give. I want to give back. So I have to become a mega millionaire. And here's the thing with money, right? So a lot of times when people get very rich, in order to get very rich, generally in this world, you gotta hurt somebody. If you're not hurting a person, you're gonna have to hurt the environment. But you gotta hurt somebody generally to get rich. So, you know, people like Prabhupada, who had an army of people selling books, that was genius, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have to really hurt nobody. I mean, a few trees got hurt to cut down some books, but these are not the kind of books that you wipe your butt with. These are not the kind of books that you read today and throw it in the garbage tomorrow. These are not newspapers. This is not wasteful literature. This is literature that could preserve society. It could build up a new society, give us new thoughts. You don't throw away books by Francis Cress Welsing because that's not a waste. But you'll throw away books by like David Duke, because you'll find out that most of those racists are bumbling idiots and they don't even know nothing about their history anyway. They don't know nothing about the history of God's gems. God's chosen people are locked up over here in the West. And if I could just get us on some land to worship that cow again, maybe we could undo what Moses did. Because apparently Moses and his system started 3 religions, and Abraham and all of them dudes started 3 religions that got this whole world going crazy. I want to undo that. I want to worship a golden calf. Who's with me? Let's worship a golden calf today. I don't care, man. I want some monoatomic gold. People's kids is dying of cancer and stuff like that. Man, let's get this. Let's rock out. We got the power and the resources, man. I'm ready to rock. For all of the people out there who I promised that they would be a part, you're not being abandoned. You know what I mean? I don't know to what capacity I could be in your life, whether it's a romantic capacity, a friendship capacity, but we got business to take care of for Krishna. That's my main concern in coming to this planet. Helping people to get back to nature, protect some cows, get Krishna conscious, Reverse the polarity of this planet before it's too late. That's the type of stuff I'm into. I'm into metaphysics, Antarctica, Anunnaki. I'm interested in the connection between the Prajapati, which the Prajapatis are mad interesting, because if you look at the Prajapati wives in the Srimad Bhagavatam, they was giving birth to all kind of races out of one womb. A one woman would give birth to crickets and horses and sparrows and cranes and apes, and then another woman would give birth to lions and giraffes and anteaters and aardvark. Like, this is because Prajapatis are progenitor species. It is their job to have sex and to procreate and to populate the universe. So when you see these Anunnakis, I'm not gonna speculate. I will just say, I'm sorry to say this word, seem. I apologize, but yeah, they seem like a branch of the Prajapatis who somehow got caught up on Earth, gravitational pull. They needed some materials for their planet, whatever. These Anunnakis that came here are representatives of the fallen angels. That's when you see the fallen angels in those books like Enoch and Apocrypha that was removed from the Bible. They are fallen angels. I'm not going to call them demons. I'm just going to say that they're angels who did what they wanted to do. But the Prajapati species is real. It's a goat-headed deity named Khnum in Egypt, and it's a goat-headed deity named Daksha in India, and they were said to have created either humans or humanoids. Look, all of this stuff, it all connects. But listen, as long as we living in these cities, man, it all could come crashing down. Everybody's talking about there's a financial collapse looming. Like, I want to be able to get up out the city and get to a safe zone if finances should collapse, because it ain't gonna look pretty when people are starting to eat each other, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is the purpose of this video is not to be negative. It's just to remind us of the importance of protecting our environment, protecting the cows. And I'm real serious, you know? And like I always tell people, if you go into Atlantic City, go to Harrah's and go look at their swimming pool, and you will get an idea of the kind of green bubbles that I want to create. I want them scattered across the countryside and across the cityscapes. I want Harrah's, Atlantic City, their swimming pool. I mean, it's huge, and you can fit tropical trees and all of that stuff in there. Why can't we do this? Why can't our money go to these projects? Well, what are we doing spending our money to go to lectures for? Why are we donating our money to temple presidents who want to sell the temple? You know what I'm saying? Like, they have their spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada said, once you install a deity in a temple, it should never be sold. You think these dudes is listening? These are the same dudes that tell me to cut my beard and won't even cut their hair. But their Srila Prabhupada said, once a month, you must be clean shaven. I am old now. I cannot chastise you. You're growing your hair now. You're going back into this hippie thing. It's so funny how religious people can see the faults with other people. They can't see the faults with themselves. I don't associate with that. And like I said, the religious aspect of the Hare Krishna movement is in shambles, yo. They are fighting. They're going in. They're scrutinizing certain things about Prabhupada that said about women or gays or blacks. They scrutinize. They going in, his own people. And I'm just watching from the sidelines like, wow, I was saying this 3-4 years ago when I was trying to be a Hare Krishna. Now that I'm not trying to be a Hare Krishna, everybody's starting to say what I used to say. Ain't that something interesting? Anyway, I moved on to greener pastures. I'm taking the framework of what Prabhupada came to give. And if, listen, you want to be religious, you want to do your sadhana, your spiritual practice, your 4 regulations, you are welcome in my area, because I need people to spiritualize that. You know what I mean? Spiritualize the land. Come with that spiritual energy. But don't force your dogma or your doctrine on people, because that makes people uncomfortable. Okay? And we're going to be kind of comfortable on our land. I'm not just saying it's going to be a bed of roses, but it'll be less stress, and it will be more orgone energy, negative ions. Oh man, it's going to be nice. We're going to have Himalayan pink salt. We're going to have crystal grit arrays. Like how when you go to a spa and you sit, I've been to Spa Castle before in College Point. There's different rooms. Lava room. You got sauna, steam room, crystal geode rooms. Why can't we do that? Like, I really want to rock out. I need the conscious community to wake up, man, and roll with me, man, because all them fools out there is wasting your time, yo. They can't give you nothing. They can't even lead you closer to the path of eternal life. Just more lectures, more arguments. You know how many conscious lectures I've been to, and I left there feeling more confused than when I went there? It's like, what the F am I doing here? Anyway, yo, Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm chilling. I'm good.